make sure that I was filming. I wanted to talk about the one time that I did get food poisoning. And this was back in high school. Sorry for all the noise. I'm in between a couple highways and a whole host of loud trucks. The one time I did get food poisoning was back in high school. And this is really one of those times that I've got food poisoning that I can remember. And I think I was in 9th grade, maybe 10th, but this is, like I said, the only time, and I'm going to explain how it happened and how you know like what food poisoning really is. First of all, well, I'll just explain it so you understand. I would get this deli sandwich from school, the school lunch, and it was just basically a bun, sesame bun, just some white ass bread. And you already know that's horrible. But at the time, I definitely really didn't know about food or health or anything like that. I wasn't aware, and I didn't really know about it either. So I would get the sandwich probably like three times a week, this deli sandwich. I never liked any of the food anyway, ever. Like ever. I always hated eating, especially at the school. There goes some more noise. So I end up getting a sandwich one day, and you probably know this, like after you eat something so many times, you kind of just develop, like, you kind of get used to the taste. And on the sandwich was just like a sandwich, like buns, lettuce, and deli meat. I think that was it. Like, it was real simple. There might have been cheese, but I highly doubt that. My school was too cheap for that. Yeah, so it's just basically some cooked ass deli meat that's absolutely horrible for you. And after you eat something, you become accustomed to the taste. So I picked it up and I took a couple bites. The first bite, I remember, still to this day, it was completely off. But I was just thinking like, oh, I'm getting used to the taste. It sucks anyway. It always sucked. And it's not gonna suck anymore than it does. Than it usually does. But it actually did suck more than it usually did. And when you taste shitty food all the time, you definitely don't know when food actually is bad or anything. Especially if you never had like food poisoning in literal terms. So I took a bite and it just tasted completely off. And I took a couple more bites, and that, like after the first one, it took me a little bit to bite it a couple more times, and I did. And that was the worst, because with it, like I felt awful, like awful. This is food poisoning, cooked food. It's like almost impossible to get diseased or food poisoning from raw food. And edible food, that is. and within 15 minutes I started puking for the next 3 days. Rapid fire for the next 3 days. And compared to what I'm going through now, that's nothing. Because what I'm going through now is way worse. The worst thing that's could ever happen. But anyways, for the point of this video, I started puking for the next 3 days. I definitely didn't eat anything, and I don't even think I drank anything. I was at the point of puking that it was just basically air. It was like just like that. Like nothing. Like I was gasping for air when I would throw up, because there was nothing for me to throw up, even though I probably got it all out of my system. And it was awful. Like that whole experience on its own. And it came from cooked deli meat. Awful. Yeah, and I just laid in bed for 3 days. And yeah, I knew it was like the sandwich too, because it happened so immediately. And that's how you know if you have food poisoning or if something was awful or bad for you, because you'll feel an instant reaction. You'll get sick immediately. You'll actually get sick immediately. Yeah, then it's not good for you. That's food poisoning, when the food has been tampered with. And like I felt it instantly for 15-30 minutes, like within that. So you'll feel it simultaneously, basically, and you'll have a reaction like something isn't right. Like my mind said as soon as I took in the first bite, whatever. Also, like, I wasn't in the health. 2, I didn't know any better. And 3, it tasted more suckish than it usually does, and it was absolutely awful. It almost tastes like stale bread in a way, like really stale bread. That's like mush. That's basically almost what food poisoning tastes like, or maybe feels like. So I just wanted to give my account on the one time I did get food poisoning, and that was back in high school, 9th grade, I think. And I was in bed for 3 days. Anyways, what up, snappers? It's Fizz. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a dislike if you just give me a thumbs up if you never had food poisoning and you're grateful you didn't. It was pretty awful. Give me a thumbs down if you had and you learned your lesson on what shitty food tastes like and what food poisoning actually is, and the repercussions of it that happens in like 15-30 minutes. Yeah, and that's all I have to say. Leave your experience in the tall tale below. Let me know how you feel about the situation, or if any situation that has happened to you. I base everything off of feeling and experience, not science. Obvious for this video. And yeah, be aware of the food you consume, definitely. If something tastes off, don't eat it.